This is part 2. Make America religious again. Make Christianity American again. The New Testament, throughout the New Testament, not just Revelation, talks about sexual immorality and how evil it is and how we should discriminate harshly against people like this, especially as Christians. Democrats in New Hampshire, when I was growing up, were caught in photos going inside of bondage sex clubs, making the news. It was in newspapers back then. This was one of the major reasons which made me not like or accept Democrats for who they were, or for who they were voting for. Bondage is the binding of the holy temple of God, which we all refer to as our bodies. We can't allow bondage of men, women, or children. Bondage is when a person cannot escape and is tortured, sometimes raped to death, sexually. That is absolutely inappropriate and not okay for the adult world or any Christian watching this video or any Christian who doesn't watch this video. This is a violation of the Holy Temple and should be harshly rejected. Rejected. There is more sexual immorality that has happened through the years, as reported by the police and fusion centers. Sex, while being covered in animal blood, human blood, toxic or chemical sludge, poop, and even paint have all been reported. That is extremely sexually immoral. This type of sexual immorality needs to be completely banned and censored in our state. I am pretty much pro-free speech, but there are some things that are so twisted and sick that need to be gone from our world to keep our world a wonderful world. Another evil of sexual immorality is adultery. When you have a boyfriend and a girlfriend and they're in a relationship and the girlfriend goes and cheats on the boyfriend and has sex with other people, that's not okay. It's the same for the man. It's not okay for the boy to go and have sex with other women at the same time that they're in a relationship. It's even more evil when you're already married and you have a married woman cheating on her husband or a husband cheating on his wife. Adultery is extremely evil and needs to be opposed, especially to anybody who claims to be of Christian origin whatsoever. But we're not done yet. We also have to talk about whorehouses and strip clubs. Why on earth would you even want to be there in the first place? Okay? It literally degrades the human body. It degrades the temple of God. Okay? It is absolutely inappropriate for anyone to work in places like that or even to attend. Sexual immorality needs to be opposed. So we need to make America religious again. M.A.R.A. even though this is not a video about God, and I'm going to be doing a video about God and a video about all these other things. But this is interesting because it is in the Bible and it is in Revelation of something not to do. And it's throughout the whole New Testament and the Old Testament. Murder should be rejected in most circumstances. There are a few circumstances where it is understandable where that would be okay. And it is okay with God. And we're going to talk about that in another video. However, as a Christian, you need to teach people in your church to try to avoid murdering people when possible. There are exceptions, especially when you are protecting the innocent, which, by the way, you could protect innocent life by being pro-Second Amendment and having those guns to deter your enemies and also protect when you are attacked. If murder can be avoided, do so. If not, kill the enemy and protect innocent lives. Law-abiding citizens will always be allowed to protect themselves. Even if you do it for self-defense, you should be completely protected legally, even when death occurs. If there is an opportunity to avoid murder, take that opportunity first. And if there is no way out of it, then you need to keep yourself alive and protect yourself from your enemy. M.A.R.A. What's so fascinating is, especially with the youth in Christianity, there's one major problem that children and teenagers definitely struggle with, and parents need to be aware of this. Idolizing. There are three kinds of idolaters. Groupies idolizing their music stars, their movie stars, celebrities. Then you have the idolating of people who build these statues of people in their honor and forced to worship or forced to conform to certain ideologies based upon what that statue represents. Then there's the third kind of idolater, probably one of the worst of them all. These people worship false gods. They create their own imitation god, their false god, their fake god, and put that in place of God. And you can see plenty of examples of that throughout both the Old and New Testament. And teenagers and children really do struggle with this issue. It's a real issue. I wouldn't want my son or daughter to become paparazzi. People who idolize humans above God or as God in replacement for God would be blaspheming many religions, not just within Christianity, but beyond. Make America religious again. I really do believe that religion is something that actually makes our country even more special. The next thing on this list from Revelation of what not to do is to practice falsehood. It is never okay to be counterintelligence or liars or make-believers when specifically in regards of telling the truth. Now, if you wanted to be those things, maybe you're a child, maybe you're playing a game, maybe you're not doing reality things, fine. Okay? I don't mind it, but God might. And just really practicing and really wanting to continue with lies and fiction is very negative from a Christian's point of view. I'm not saying that you have to cut out all fiction from your life. I just want you to know that I have not watched television since I was in middle school. That was a choice I made because I didn't see it as appropriate for myself. However, I have not fully cut out fiction from my life. How I live my life is I do pursue the truth more often. I watch a lot more documentaries, and maybe you should start watching documentaries instead of watching these fiction TV shows or fiction movies, which you can typically find these nonfiction truths, these real documentaries online. I really do think a major thing to make America religious again, we need to break away from the lies and the propaganda, especially pushed in the movie industry, and we might want to practice not watching movies. Just an idea. I mean, there are a lot of other things to do other than that, so it's definitely a good consideration. Lies and deceit should be labels of evil. Non-evil people will strive to avoid engaging in lies, in counterintelligence, in fiction, in evil. And it's very important to keep your state's media honest and transparent. But that needs to come from you, the people in our state, to do so. The media is going to take advantage of your incompetence for not keeping them truthful and transparent. So if you want to make the world a better place, even if the truth hurts other people's feelings, you need to tell the truth and bring these people back to reality. I'm Anthony Giarrusso. Have a wonderful day. Bye.